Hello friends, this is Tim Collins coming to you again with our weekend word. Today I want to talk to you about possessing the promise that God has given to you. Now, before I go any further, again I want to always offer this caution. Don't try to claim or possess a promise that God gave to someone else, or don't try to put a promise in God's mouth and then try to claim that and possess it. But when God has given you a promise, either a promise to His church through His Word, or He has given you directly a promise, then you need to go ahead and seize that promise. The children of Israel, after 430 years of slavery in Egypt, and a year of traveling through the wilderness, and it was a one-week journey from Egypt to Canaan. But God had a wilderness experience for them for 1 year. He had some things to teach them in the wilderness. And after that year of instruction in the wilderness, preparation for possessing the promise, they stood at Kadesh Barnea on the cusp of that promise and refused to accept the promise of God, refused to possess the promise of God because they were afraid of the giants that they saw. They were afraid of what they saw with their own eyes and how they perceived themselves. They then spent the rest of their lives in the wilderness. 40 years they just walked around in the wilderness, died in the wilderness without ever possessing that promise God had given them, because they refused to at the time God told them to. You see, when you refuse God, you may not get another chance. You may spend the rest of your life wandering around in the wilderness because you refuse to seize that promise when it was given. Well, after 40 years, only Joshua and Caleb of the adults who had refused were still alive, because they wanted to go possess the land. And when they sent spies in then to Jericho to to spy out the country, listen to what Rahab said. This is Joshua chapter 2, verse 9 and on. Rahab said, "I know that the Lord has given this land to you, and that a great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all who live in this country are melting in fear because of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to Sihon and Og, the two kings of the Amorites east of the Jordan, whom you completely destroyed." Verse 11, listen to this carefully. "When we heard it, our hearts melted, and everyone's courage failed because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on earth below." When we heard it, 40 years ago, the people of Jericho knew that God was going to give them to the Israelites. Well, you know the story. The Israelites marched around Jericho with the trumpets blowing, carrying the ark, once per day for 6 days. And then on the 7th day, they marched around Jericho 7 times, blowing their trumpets. And then at the 7th time gave a great shout, and the wall fell, and they totally destroyed Jericho. They could have done that 40 years ago had they obeyed God. Had they obeyed God. You know, I like to inject myself in the story. And I wonder what the people of Jericho were thinking as these people came out and just marched around their wall once a day for a week, and then continued marching around the 7th day for 7 times. I wonder what they'd had to freak them out, because 40 years they had dreaded that moment. 40 years they had dreaded the Israelites coming. What if, though, from the Israelites' perspective, what if after lap 5 they said, "Well, good grief, we've been around this thing for 6 days. We've walked around it 5 times today. I've got blisters on my feet. I'm tired of blowing this stupid trumpet. I'm going home." They would have spent another lifetime in the wilderness. But they obeyed God, and God gave them the promise. Seize your promise that God has given you. Seize it. Don't say there will be another day. Don't say, there are giants in the land. It's not possible. If God has promised it, seize it. Well, I hope you'll be in church somewhere tomorrow, worshiping God in spirit and in truth. That's how you hear about God's promises, either through the preaching of the Word, His promises to the church, or in lingering in prayer, in the presence of God, in worship and communion with God. You hear from God. That's when God can impart those personal promises to you. So be in church somewhere tomorrow. Let Him do that. God bless you. We love you.